Hello there, my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we made our way to the top of Stone Tower. It actually wasn't as difficult as we thought it was going to be. In today's episode, we're going to have a little bit more of a chill atmosphere. It's not going to be seeing the dead roaming around everywhere and all the crazy stuff that we saw last time. We're actually going to be doing a little bit of side quests that we need to take care of before actually doing the Stone Tower Temple, which will be coming up very soon. I told you guys that I was gonna get to it once I could, and you know what? I was actually really surprised how fast we got up to the top of Stone Tower. It was actually not that difficult at all. I thought it was gonna take us a little bit longer of a time, so I wasn't prepared for it because we still have a bunch of side quests that we need to do. Now, I thought we still had I thought we had a decent amount of masks already, but it looks like we still have a decent amount to collect. So we're just gonna have to do a little bit of backtracking, and we're gonna have to knock out a couple more side quests. Now let's just go ahead and start things off with the Moon's Tier. So this is just a little bit of a throwback. We're actually going to obtain all of the title deeds today, which I think is something really, really cool because it kind of takes us through the game again, as you guys can see. You know, just going back and watching this all again, it just brings me back to the days when I was a kid. I think every time I get to see this cutscene, you know, it just brings back a lot of memories for me. And there we have it again, the Skull Kid, you know, going ahead and shaking his butt, doing whatever he does. And let's go ahead and go outside then and obtain the Moon's Tier. This is going to be the first part of this long journey of obtaining all the title deeds and a little bit of a trade sequence. But it's not that bad at all, actually, once you really get into it. With that, we went ahead and got the Moon's Tier. So let's go ahead and make our way to the next area then so we can, you know, begin doing a lot more trading and trading. That's pretty much what the focus of this is going to be today. Getting through all of this. But hey, it takes you back through the days. You know, it takes you back through the days when you first started doing this. I remember when it wasn't like this and you couldn't, you know, save every time that you could. And it was actually a bit more difficult to do some of these side quests, especially like the title deed ones, because it consisted of you going to so many places, you know, in such a short amount of time. I remember as a kid, it was a little bit more difficult actually having to do these things. I remember stressing out a little more because I didn't know every single little song and everything at the point. So I was just kind of like running around hoping that I could do as much as possible before my time ran out. With that though, we went ahead and obtained the first of the title deeds. So this one, after this, I think it gets way more simple. This is the only one that takes up this much time. After this, we're pretty much just, you know, how fast can we get to the next location for us? So let me go ahead and actually play the Song of Soaring again, because we're actually going to be going to another location. This is pretty easy, though. You know, this is something that you guys could have done probably a while ago. You guys can do this, you know, on your off time as you go, most likely. I'm sure that's what most people do, but I kind of just like to do it now in sequence in one go, so then I don't have to be, like, worrying about, you know, doing it 3 or 4 multiple times, you know, once you get to Great Bay and that sort of thing. So that's why I just wait to do it now. All right, let's go ahead and talk to this guy, though. Look at this big guy. Go ahead and yeah, I don't know. We probably could use some magic beans, to be honest. You never know. But with that, let's go ahead and give him the title deed. And he's going to be super happy about this. This dude's been trying to move and do his thing for a while. So now, there we have it. That is the Swamp title deed. And man, I forgot how long of a process this actually was. I'm kind of surprised. But it's kind of funny seeing these guys all over again. It just really brings me back to the days. And he's going to go ahead and fly off too. And now we're going to have to go ahead, if I remember correctly, and fly on top of this little thing. And that's why this flower is located here, because we're flying to every single spot. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. I think it might have gave me a little bit more trouble as a kid figuring out how exactly it was to get up here. But with that, guys, there we have it. We got another piece of heart. So the pieces of heart are just going to be raking in now. They're just going to be coming in hot, as I told you guys. We have a few left, but they're not too difficult. We've collected almost all the difficult pieces of heart. So from now on, we're just going to be, you know, obtaining really easy ones like these. And before we know it, we're going to be stacked full of hearts, and we won't have to be worrying about much. All right, next up, we're at the mountain village, guys. So we got to go turn this one in. This one's a little bit longer of a process to turn in, and honestly, not even that much. You just have to do a little bit more running to get to the Goron village. And once you're there, you're flying high, and you know, you're going to be good. This area is so cool to see, though. I love that this area really, really changes. You know, that the weather overall changes in this game. So every time you see it when it's like cold out, you're like, oh, this is cool. And then you see it once it's, you know, everything's melted out. And it's so much different. I think this is a very underrated area in this game too. I say that a lot, but I feel like there's just a lot of that goes into this game, you know, a lot of the little bits of it that are just, you know, people just, you know, overlook them. I think those are the moments and the little parts that mean a lot in this game. All right, with that, let me go ahead and actually just turn into the Goron now. And with that, we're going to talk to him. So he loves seeing us. You know, he's excited. This guy's like, oh, yeah, you know, I can hook you up. And with that, we are going to go ahead and buy the biggest bomb bag. So now that even completes a little more business for us to handle, guys. So you know what? We are looking quite good and quite snazzy. But you know what? Once again, we are here to talk to him for a reason. Because we want to give him the title deed. So you actually have to talk to him as a Goron to obtain that. So let me go ahead and put my Deku mask on and see if, like, you know, if it's his homeboy, you know, if he's gonna hook up his homeboy. He's like, yeah, I see a Deku, what up, man? Well, let's see what I can do for you. Yeah, that's what this guy's all about. That's what I like to see. You know, he's just gonna hook up his homeboy. With that, we're gonna go ahead and give him the swamp title deed, and we got the mountain title deed. Very cool. I actually really like doing this. I don't know why. Going through the title deeds is kind of cool. Kind of just being able to play through them is just a little bit of fun. All right, so with that, another one's going to fly off, and then we'll be able to move on to another little area where we can continue getting these. All right, this is actually pretty cool. This is one of the higher Deku flowers too, so you're going to be shooting up a little bit higher. I love doing that. You can probably mess around and, you know, fly on top of certain things if you want to. You can get a lot done with those flowers. I'm sure there's a lot of tricks to it with it. But with that, let's go ahead and play the Song of Soaring one more time then. And we are going to go, you know, straight for another area that we were kind of just at. I feel like we spent a lot of time in Great Bay. Honestly, that's how it felt like to me. I don't know why. I feel like Mountain Village, you know, Snowhead were all pretty easy. But I feel like Great Bay, we spent a lot of time on it. Or at least that's just how it felt to me, probably. Because I was just running around. And I always love, like, doing all the crazy things. So let me go ahead and actually head a little bit towards the back, because that's where we're gonna have to be. And let me go ahead and turn into Mikau again, because if not, they're not gonna let you in, guys. But once they see you, they're like, yeah, all right, we know what we're doing. All right, can you guys let me in, please? These guys just literally probably just listen in on anything that's going on in these rooms. It's a little bit weird, actually. But there we have it. So once again, guys, we're gonna have to go ahead and you know what? We have to turn into a Goron for this one. I believe this is the one. This is how you actually do it. So they pretty much trade their own locations. I don't know. You could probably trade it as the Deku too, for all I know, because this guy really seems to like him. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and give him the title deed. And with that, we're exchanging for another one. We got the ocean title deed. And with that, we're looking quite good to actually finish off this task just a little bit. So we have one more title deed left to go. And I actually really like seeing this. With that, you know, another little area gone for this guy. This guy doesn't care. He's just going from place to place. To him, it doesn't even matter. He's just like, you know, whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and move on up. I guess Stone Tower is his ultimate goal for some reason. Personally, I don't know. I kind of like the little Deku spot he had. But I'm just kind of an outdoorsy person. I just really like areas like that. I feel like inside of here would just feel too much like an aquarium. So, you know, any other place would probably be chill compared to this. With that, though, let's go ahead and play the Song of Soaring again. And it's time for us to get out of here. We're actually going to head to Ikana Canyon then, guys. And it is from here that we're going to finish off, you know, everything that we need to. So let's go ahead and actually see where it is that we need to go exactly. I'm going to go ahead and put on the Zora's mask. I'm going to go ahead and dive down into the water then, because there's actually something that I need to get as a Zora. So there's something, you know, really kind of cool that's going to be coming up here. So let me go ahead and actually take that off, though. We're almost done here, guys. All I got to do is turn in this title deed, and after that, we're pretty much set to go. This one's probably the easiest one to turn into. And then we're going to have a little bit of fun as a Zora, which I'm excited for. I always like, you know, mixing it up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and talk to him. We're going to be trading it in as Mikau then. He's selling his blue potion. That's what this guy cares about. He's like, I'm all about my blue potion, man. I'm going to go ahead and give him the ocean title deed, though. Oh, and he's going to love this even more, guys. This is making his dreams a reality. We got a huge rupee, so that's going to help us out a little bit after spending all that cash on that bomb bag. That honestly was a good amount of cash. But with that, we have gone ahead and completed the business scrubs. So with that, guys, we are all chill with them. I'm going to go ahead and fly over, obtain the heart piece, And then after that, guys, we are going to be making our way to another little bit of fun. As I said, a lot of side questing today, a lot of Mikau things, a lot of Deku things, just a lot of cool things going on today. So I'm actually pretty excited, but I'm going to go ahead and fly on over then. And yeah, this is easy. We should be able to make it. They just do it like this, you know, just to get your heart pumping a little bit, guys. That's what they love to do. With that, we got the piece of heart, and I'll see you guys at the next location. Okay, guys, so now that we're back, this is actually where we're going to continue on. I was telling you guys that we needed to obtain another heart piece, and now this is actually going to be the heart piece with a little bit of Mikau action. So let's go ahead and make our way to the area that I'm actually looking for. This is a really quick heart piece to obtain. You just need to melt everything. You know, as I said, there's going to be a lot of switching up going on. So everything that's melted now, you know, everything's completely different here. Everything's just so much different. It just changes so much. I love seeing this area, you know, in the spring, and when you can compare it to the winter where we just were, it's nice to see yet again. So with that, we're just gonna go ahead and dive down. This is a really quick piece of heart, one of the easier ones to get. And with that, guys, we got ourselves another piece of heart, so not many left to go. We are actually gonna head out of here then, make our way towards another place. We still have quite a bit to do here, guys. I hate seeing these fish. These fish, seriously, every time I see them, just remind me of the Great Bay Temple, and it was honestly a little bit tougher, but I'll catch you guys in the next spot in a couple seconds. Okay, with that, guys, we are actually going to make our way to another area then really quickly, and we'll be able to finish off pretty much everything that we need to. We completed a lot today already, honestly, so let's go ahead and make our way to Woodfall. We're actually going to need to clean things up a bit around this area so we can finish off, you know, the remainder of the tasks that we have to do here around Termina. I'm kind of surprised that we actually have this many side quests left to do, so I guess I probably slacked on them a little bit. I probably could have done them a little bit earlier, but regardless, I'm not too worried about it. You know, this is something that we have to knock out anyways to make sure we 100% it, and as I've been saying to you guys, you know, this is something that I'm aiming for. I'm trying to complete everything that we can. And with that, guys, we are going to be making our way back into Woodfall Temple, which is actually great to see. I feel like it's been a long time since I've been in Woodfall. That one's been a long time. I was telling you guys that some of the other places took a while. Woodfall was definitely a long time ago. I don't even remember when the last time I did Woodfall was. It had to have been months ago. It was definitely with you guys, so it was a while. With that, let's go ahead and enter inside though. And let's see how much we've actually improved, you know? I feel like we've improved quite a bit here in Woodfall. It's kind of funny to see it again, that it just goes ahead and shows you everything. You who have challenged my mighty blade. So this is cool. This is how they let you know. They're like, you know, we're ready for your challenge, man. We know you think you're hot stuff now. Now let's see how you can do it. So with that, the portal's going to open, and we're going to be ready to go back in and take on the bosses again. I really like that fact. I like the fact that we can do that again, and I've been waiting for it for a while. But you know what, guys? We're actually going to dwell a little bit deeper into the temple, because we are not going to be battling you know, these bosses right now. There's actually, you know, still a couple reasons that I'm here. You know, there's still a couple things I need to go after, and if you guys remember, we haven't done the frog side quest yet, so we're going to be doing all of the frog things today. I know, it's kind of crazy, so definitely a lot of backtracking in this. That's why I said to you guys, you know, we're gonna have to come back for the frogs. There's really not a reason for us to have to deal with them until later on, and now, you know, it's when we're back to having to go ahead and get all the frogs and do all of that stuff. So it's gonna take a little bit of time, but it should be much easier now too, that we have everything powered up and everything completed. It's actually not difficult at all. This is probably one of the easier, you know, side quests to do. This is probably one of the ones that are just cake, and you can just, you know, go through them without much trouble. Now let me just go ahead and light this up again. I need to make my way back to the room, if you guys remember where it was, where we saw the first frog. So this was the place where we saw one of the first ones, you know, jumping around, doing their thing. You know, this is what they like to do. So this is the reason we're back here too. This is going to be, yeah, you know what? It should be way easier. It just goes to show you, like, the bit of power creep that we had here in Zelda, because how fast you can just knock out enemies, you know, once you come back all powered up. You know, I can't even imagine if you were running around here with, like, the Fierce Deities mask. You'd probably be tearing everything up, like, no problem. I'm sure there's ways to do it, you know. I'm sure there's hacks where you can, like, you know, turn it into Fierce Deity wherever you want, and run around and hit everything. And I'm sure it's so easy to just take down everything at that point in the game that it's not even, you know, it's not even fair. But let me go ahead and make my way back to that room. I believe it was this one. It should be this one. Yeah. It should be this one. If I'm correct, I hope I am. I hope I am. Yep, this is it. There we go. This is the first frog that we've seen. So now you can pretty much just bash him. It's like 2 or 3 hits or something at this point, you know. It's a piece of cake now that we're all powered up. You know, you get the gilded sword and it's just like this game just turns into like just, you know, dodging a couple enemies here and there, and it's nothing. It's actually so simple, and we can just, oh, come here, man. Come on. Let me get in on this, dude. Hang on. What? Let me. Oh my goodness, if I can't hit him, there we go. So just a little bit, you know, a little bit easier. I'm trying to mess him up a little bit more than I can, but he's not going to deal with that. It's so simple to knock this guy out, honestly. It's kind of not even fair if I can just, come on. Oh, easy. All right, there we go, guys. 2 shots is all it took. With that, we have gone ahead and got our first frog then. So very cool. We got our first frog. That's easy to do, easy cleanup. You know, they go ahead and give you the boss key right away. You know, for some reason, it's that easy to come back and do this. And we're going to go ahead and talk to him with the Don Garrows mask. I know we've had the Don Garrows mask for a really long time now, so we probably could have done this quite a bit ago. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and just do it now. Might as well finish it off. With that, we've gone ahead and reunited, I guess, 2 frogs, I guess you could say. It's not that bad. Not terrible. We've met 2 of the frogs. So with that, let's go ahead and make our way out of here then. And we're going to go finish up the rest of the frogs, which are honestly pretty simple to do too. These should be just a piece of cake. So we're gonna go ahead, get out of here, get out to the entrance, and then we'll be able to find the other frogs, which I'm excited for. It's kind of cool, you know, seeing everything you've been through again before you make your way back, you know, before you finish up the game. And I think that's one of the points that this game made. You know, it makes you go back to these areas, so you just, you know, look back on it. It's kind of deep, honestly. You know, if this game's like Link's life, it's making you look back on his life, you know, the past 3 days. Who knows what that could mean. It's kind of crazy to think about that, you know, it could be something so meaningful like that. With that though, we're gonna go ahead and rock out one more time. So one more time of jamming out then, guys, and we're gonna make our way to Great Bay. Let me just go ahead and play the New Wave Bossa Nova one more time, make sure I get that right. And now we're going to make our way back to Great Bay Temple, where nightmares are born. Has to be one of the scariest looking temples, honestly. It's pretty creepy. But with that, we see this guy popping back up. He's like, yeah, what's up, man? Let's make our way back. You back? You ready to be in this place? And I think we definitely are. So, you know, sorry to Lulu there. We don't have much time to spend there with her. But we're going to go ahead and actually just make our way back there then. I don't know why I'm sitting here throwing bombs. I'm just trying to grapple back on. There we go. With that, let's go ahead and make our way there. It's kind of sad seeing her like that. You'd think after you beat it once, somehow that would be just fixed, but I guess not. It's kind of sad to see. And let's go ahead and wave bye to our friend again. And now that we actually have, you know, the ice arrows, this is just a piece of cake dungeon. It honestly is so much easier to do now. So obtaining the rest of these frogs are just going to be something really, really simple. I don't think it'll even take too long. So let me go ahead and, come on, platform. Is it? There it is. I was wondering. I was like, what's going on here? It took a little while with this platform. But I'm excited to actually do this boss again. I think it's always fun getting to do the ones you just did, because I feel like you can improve, you know, a lot every time. But with that, let me see. Oh yeah, okay, we got this. I actually need to push some stuff, don't I? Yep, it's not gonna be as easy as I thought. It's gonna take a little bit more. That's okay. You know, this was the one dungeon that I think we went through pretty fast, honestly. Most people have a little bit of a harder time with it, so we actually, you know, did pretty easy with it. With that, let's go ahead and push it down, though. Get the water flowing, because we actually need to enter the other room. So it's not, you know, as easy as I thought it was going to be. That's kind of funny. It's, you know, you do this just a couple, you know, it feels like a couple days ago, but you can forget so much about it already when you have your focus on something else, too. So let me go ahead and step on this platform then, and we can get our way inside the Great Bay Temple. Make it a little bit deeper in there. Let me go ahead and just make sure I can dodge everything, though, because you know, I'm not too great here at the Great Bay little battles. You know, the little things that come at you. So I'm just gonna try to keep, you know, my hearts up a little bit and make sure we can get through that. All right, guys. Yeah, we're almost set through here. I can't wait to actually finish up the frog one. I think this is one of the longer ones, honestly, one of the longer side quests, even though they're not that bad. They're not that terrible. All right, there we go. Jump into the water. Feels nice getting back into the water, you know, getting back into the swing of things. I think it definitely changes it up. You know, I feel a little bit better once the Zora's in the water. It's just so much easier to control, honestly. And it feels like you're just flying through everything. It literally, he could be like Superman. Like, look at him. He's just literally flying. If you think about it, he's just flying in the middle of nothing. That's just the way you can see it. All right, but with that, let's go ahead and step back up then. And this was super easy. Yeah, I'm literally terrible. Super easy. There we have it. We're back here to this room already. Good thing we have the ice arrows ready to go. You know, it's so easy now. It even shows you like where you should shoot. That's so cool. It didn't show you back in the day, you know? Back in the day, but when we give you these 2 shiny sprites telling you where to shoot, it'd be like you and your ice arrows, you know, praying for good luck. You're like, yeah, let's hope, man. Let's hope, you know, this platform's gonna hold out. I'm sitting here on like half a heart. Let's hope this platform holds out. That's just how much more difficult they were back in the day. But with that, here we go. Let's go ahead and take on the frog again then. Little bit easier, honestly. I'd say this frog one is pretty piece of cake if you just like shoot him down really quick. Not that difficult of a fight. I think we'll be finished up with this one pretty much in no time, guys. I'm actually pretty happy about the way this fight's going, and I think we're gonna have this under the bag. There we go. We literally oh yeah. Oh, this is cake. If I could pop one more in him. Oh, I thought that was gonna be it. I literally thought that was gonna be it. And we just did this too. I don't know why I was thinking that then. That was a little problem there. All right, let me go ahead and finish this fight up then. Come on. There we go. Very nice. Very easy. Oh, man. Okay, we got this under the bag, guys. This should be it. What the heck? All right, he's going back up. I don't even remember how many hits it took this guy last time. I guess it took a bunch. Hang on. I got this this time. All right. He can't get away from us this time. I think we got, oh my goodness. I did not have this much trouble with him last time. Seriously, I don't know. I probably did something last time that went way faster. This dude was, I don't know. This dude's all up on me right now. Last time I took him down actually really easy. Oh, come on. Seriously? All right. There we go. I got him that time. This should be it. And with that, guys, there we have it. So there's another little frog. You know, they're such cute frogs. They're such nice little frogs too. I don't know why they have to, like, you know, be behaving like that all the time and you know, doing their thing, doing, you know, it's being all evil and stuff. I don't know. I don't get it. Let's go ahead and talk to them though. I love it that they're just like, hey, don't get her. How you doing? Oh, I remember you. Just because we're wearing the mask. But with that, guys, we're actually done here in Great Bay then. Not much else for us to do here in this place. So let's go ahead and go get out of here. Honestly, I don't like being in Great Bay. I think it's a very creepy dungeon. The more I think about it, it's kind of terrifying. It's like a big aluminum box. It's like a factory. It's honestly very creepy the more you start thinking about Great Bay Temple. But we actually need to, do we need to get out of here with the turtle? Oh, here we go. Look, we're awakening the challenge again. You have witnessed the wrath of the Jaws. Oh, awesome. So I guess each of them talk to you and challenge you again. Wow, that is really cool that they do that. Honestly, that is just amazing. I can't believe that they just challenge us. They're just calling us out. Nah, we're not gonna go ahead and challenge them though, guys. We're just gonna go ahead and get out of here then. Can we just like grapple back onto this guy's back, dude? I'm just trying to get out of here and make my way to the next place. Yeah, this is. Hey, hello, Turtle Man. How is this gonna work again, Mr. Turtle Man? Oh, there we go. We're good. With that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here then, and we can make our way to you know, the next little location. That we're almost done here with the frogs. That's actually kind of sad. It goes to show that we're almost through with this game. I think the frogs is one of the last side quests most people do. Most people just usually like whatever about the frogs. They're just like, yep, I'll leave them till the end, even though it's kind of a complicated thing to do. It actually takes a little bit of time. All right, so we were actually missing one frog, if I remember correctly. And the frog's actually located here in Clocktown. I'm surprised, you know, this wasn't the frog that we first went and talked to. But once we make our way back into the little courtyard, I always see this place and it's just such a weird little area. Like this whole little courtyard thing is just so weird, so strange. The little laundry pool, that's what it's called. So let's talk to this little guy. Don't get him, it's been so long. Oh, thanks, man. What has brought you all this way? So with that, they are so happy that, you know, springtime's here. They're super excited about that. So with that, the frog choir is going to be reunited. and I'm actually really excited to see that. I think it's actually really cool. So let's go ahead and play the Song of Soaring one more time then, and let's go check out how these frogs are going to be doing, because they're going to be super excited to see us. It's kind of freaky once you actually take a good look at the Dongero mask, guys. So with that, we're going to go to the southern swamp, and oh, we're so close to wrapping everything up, guys. We're so close. We're literally, I'm so excited to do it, and we're actually almost there. I totally forgot that we still need to kind of make our way through to one more, which I know, who would have thought, right? We actually have to, well, now that we have the Zora mask, you can pretty much just roll through anything. You know, water doesn't even matter to you. But once we finish this one off, we'll be completely cool and ready to take this on, which is, damn, this is so cool getting to see the Zora just being huge, being able to run wherever it, it wants. It doesn't even care. It's so dominant. It's just such a dominant species here in Termina. I like the fact that the Zoras, got some legs and stuff now. I think it worked out for them quite well. A little bit better than before, when they were just like really huge and not that many of them would get out of the water. I don't get it. It's been so long. So this is going to be the frog that we have been waiting for. This is the big boy. This is the Reunite the Frog Choir, guys. So with that, there we go. That's the fourth frog. There we have it. That's the one that I was thinking about. So very cool. That was a very easy one to do. So with that, guys, now we can go ahead and play the Song of Soaring. And, we're going to get to listen to a little bit of the frogs, which is kind of cool. It's something that's a little bit of fun. So let's go ahead and make our way to the mountain village then, guys. And we'll be able to listen to the frogs, even just for a second. It'll be nice to just see them, just chilling and just relaxing. So let's go ahead, and now that we're here, oh, this is nice. It's nice to be here in the mountain village in the springtime. I think it's kind of cool getting to explore this area at this time. I love the Dongero hat too. It looks awesome. All the frogs are here, guys. So we have all the frogs. They've been waiting for us. Let's go ahead and listen in on them then. And, they're going to go ahead and give us something special once we listen to their, their chorus. With that, guys, we have obtained the Piece of Heart, and we have done the Frog Choir side quest. Next up, we're going to be making our way to another side quest, which should be a little bit more simple. So I'll see you guys there in a couple seconds. Alright, with that, guys, our last side quest is a little bit easier. So it's going to be, yeah, we have to go ahead and blow this up again. So we have to make our way back here to Romani Ranch to actually finish things off. So it's going to be the little horse race, the horse racing, I guess you could say. Well, it's dog racing, but it's pretty much gambling on a dog, which is pretty much like gambling on a horse and hoping for the best. So it just kind of reminds me of it. With that, though, let's go ahead and make our way inside. It's kind of cool being back at Romani Ranch after a little bit, too. So let's go ahead and make our way. Hopefully, I'll be having a little bit of luck with the dogs. I know that it actually gets a little bit tricky once in a while. It can get a little bit difficult. So I'm hoping that it won't be that difficult to choose the right dog today, and obtain ourselves another piece of heart. Hey, how's it going, sweetheart? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, with that, let me go ahead and run back over, though. It's good to stock up, guys, because you never know. You never know what other side quests we might be knocking out a little bit later today. So far, so good, though. I've been having a lot of fun with the side quests we knocked out. It's always good to go back and look back at some of the places you've explored, And I just like playing this game, just messing around on it, having a little bit of fun. So with that, let's go ahead and enter inside again, then. The Doggy Racetrack. Ooh, that's what they call it. The Doggy Racetrack. They love it. They love calling it that. All right, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and equip the Mask of Truth. And we're going to go ahead and choose a dog. And let's hope that it'll be the right bit of dog, guys. The right bit of dog to help us out in our adventure. To get us, what we need to actually help us obtain the crown here. To obtain us a little piece of heart. So let's go ahead and run around then. Oh, this is actually a good dog. Okay. The ones that say, oh, I feel unstoppable are really, really good. Surprisingly, we bumped into that one the first time. So let's go ahead and put him into the race. And let's hope for the best. I'm going to go ahead and throw in there a little bit of cash money. Let's throw in 50 rupees. And let's see if this big dog is going to be the big hoss. And he's going to reel it in for us. Reel in this piece of heart. We might have chose the wrong dog. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we chose the wrong dog. Definitely. Dang, ours isn't even in the top 4. We don't even deserve that camera angle. It doesn't even want to give us that camera shot. All right, we got crushed, guys. I'm going to hope to pick the right dog. Wow, that was disappointing. So I'm gonna go ahead and hope that we can get the right dog, and I'll be back once I have found it. Alright, you know what? It took a couple tries, I gotta tell you guys, to be honest. But this dog right here feels like a winner. He feels like a winner to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and gamble all I got. I'm almost out of cash, guys. I'm almost out of rupees here. Let's go ahead. This one feels like it. Alright, come on. Come on, man. Middle of the pack. You can break through. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. I don't have much money left to bet on these doggy races. Woo! I'm getting a little... Oh, there we go, baby. Move up. Move up. There we go. This is that... Oh, there we go. I knew I chose a champion. Oh, yeah. This guy's the king right here. Oh, yeah. This guy's the king. I knew I picked a champion. Almost ran out of money, too. There we have it, guys. Woo! So with that, we completed the doggy races. And I actually managed to get a champion dog. So very cool. We're going to get a piece of heart. With that, guys, make sure you give this video a like. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll continue from here next time. Probably doing a couple more side quests. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.